Hello everybody, welcome back to Fakafon's Greatest Adventure. Well look at that! Look at that! Before the markets were like, man, the G64 is totally gonna, okay, the fuck? Oh, I tried to hide it with my hand. Stop talking, you're gonna be in a review. Anyway, so, the guys were like, yeah, the Commodore 64 is always gonna be greater than the fucking PC, but no, not anymore, because the PC are more advanced. Well, how about that? So anyway, I promised not to show you so much of the crap while I was playing this game, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure I can hold this promise because I keep talking all the time. So maybe I won't be able to shut up, you know. Before that, I'm gonna choose what kind of game do I do. Man, I really have nothing. Let's do some research. Well, look at that. Game dev. And hacking too. Oh, by the way, apparently my friend just told me that if you hack the Game Dev Tycoon, you can't finish the game because apparently some window pops up and just your money's all gone. Yeah, especially that guy. Yep, nice timing, dude. Now, if one is gonna make a game dev game, I don't know what I'm gonna call it except Game Dev Simulation. I got it! Fakafon's Game Dev Simulation. It fits! Alright, perfect! This is the beginning of a great story. The story of Fakafon. It already began 3 years ago, but this time we're in the real business. Today, Nintendo has announced they will introduce a portable gaming device called the GameLink. The device comes with a changeable game cartridge, a monochrome screen, built-in speakers, and even multiplayer support via connection cable. Now, I gotta be honest, will you stop talking? I gotta be honest, I never played a multiplayer Game Boy game in my entire life. I wonder what it looks like. Can't even think of one right now. Compared to PCs, the GameLink is underpowered. No fucking shit! We're in the final stretch, folks. Fakafon's Game Dev Simulation is soon to hit the shelves. Wonder what the reviews are gonna be. Let's hope for the positive. Will you stop? Come on, come on. Yes, 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 I like those odds. Woo! One of the best. And woo! Simulation games work well on PC. Thank you. Truly great. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my first 10 out of 10. The road was long and arduous. Many perils were fought. Many obstacles were defeated. A lot of Red Bull was drank. But in the end, the result was an impeccable game, created only by the one, the only, master of video games, Fakafon. And there we go, sales. Fuck yes! Who gives a fuck about that? Look at all those sales, man! I need to make the game report. 9.5. I'll say, I don't think I've ever had such a high score before the beginning of the game. Important milestone in the history of Fakafon's games, I'll say. Look at those magnificent sales. Rank 7 too. Congratulations, you made quite a name for yourself and have saved up a lot of capital. If you want to grow the company, you need to go to the new office. Would you like to move? Well, folks, this is it. Out of the garage and into the office. It only took 4 years. It only took 4 years. Our post-release analysis is complete. Game dev and simulation is a great combination. No shit. I wonder where I got the inspiration for that. Artificial intelligence seems to be very important for this type of game. Really? Man, look at this. I'm up to 125 units sold. 125,000 units sold. Holy shit, and it just keeps going up. I got $1 million bucks, people. This is amazing. Well done. You successfully completed your management course and you're now able to hire your very first employee. However, we're not going to do that yet because an employee costs a lot of money. And the mistake you can make at the beginning of the game is to try to buy employees very fast and make better games. The problem is, you won't have any money to support that and you'll just crash and burn. So for now, still gonna make games just by myself. Vena, creator of the Master V, has announced the Vena Gear, a portable console to directly compete against the GameLink from Nintendo. I had a Game Gear once. Actually, my friend had a Game Gear once. It didn't work very well. Spokesperson said, unlike similar devices, ours has full power of the Master V, but it's in your hands. Isn't that amazing? It also has a full screen color, and that was a big deal at the time because the GameLink, the Game Boy had a monochrome screen, and this one had color. You couldn't see dick, but hey, he had colors. Yeah, this floor plan doesn't work at all. There's no way to get to the mini-boss. If there's one thing I've learned from playing this game is that making a mature game on vampires always work. Don't ask me why. Apparently mature people really like vampires. I'd say, you know, if this was being made today, I'd say the tweens like the vampires, but whatever. We're gonna call it... Wait, I already made a vampire game. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Let's call it Fakafon's Still a Vampire. Yeah. Hi, I'm Steve O'Connell, a reporter from Planet JG. What good game? We heard a rumor you were making a mature audience. Will you be willing to give an interview? Yes, give interview. Great! Thanks for your time. What the fuck's the interview? Hey, what the... We'll publish the interview next week? What did I say? What the fuck did I say? Planet GG has recently published an interview with Fakafon's game. Blah blah blah, we think that players are looking for more mature content in games, and we're willing to take a risk to give it to them. The fuck are you talking about? There's been mature content for like years. Many industry experts say that sooner or later, games with mature themes will become more common. How do they know that? Do they analyze the market? Are they psychologists? Can they see the future? Oh, actually get hype now. Yeah, after a while you can get hype for your game, either by marketing or interviews. This is great because if you have some hype, you sell more games. But the problem is, if you have a lot of hype and your game sucks ass, that will actually hurt the sales, so be careful how you play this. Woohoo! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! All of the good stuff in life. Well, I'd say I'm a genius, but I think that's a given. Alright! Hey, you ever played Mars? Remember Mars? That good old game, Mars? I liked Mars. People should play Mars. Or Space Commander. That was a good game too. Remember when you could upgrade to that ship? You know that ship? Or Mars, when you killed, apparently, bunnies? Yeah. Yeah. So what exactly did happen to Atari and ColecoVision? Why did all of those games suddenly stop working? How is it possible that a company that was so successful could suddenly crash? I mean, it didn't just go that the sales were a lot lower. Everything crashed with them. The whole gaming industry crashed with Atari, ColecoVision, and all of that. It all went to shit, and nobody would buy products anymore. What exactly caused that? Well, I'm gonna tell you as soon as I find a title for this game. Well, this is basically what happened. At the time, there was not a lot of people that had a lot of copyrights with the video games. There were copyrights for movies, music, but in video gaming it was fairly new, so nobody really knew what the fuck to do with this. So there were no copyrights, so anyone could do anything with video games. Anyone could work for any company, even if the company didn't want to. That's basically what happened with some of the video games that they released. Some video games were terrible, and they were released on Atari and ColecoVision, and nobody could do anything about that because there was no copyright law. Anyone could do anything, basically. Sorry. So what happened eventually is that there was an oversaturation of really crappy games. People didn't want to buy games anymore. They didn't know what to buy. There were no magazines, there were no reviews, there was no internet. So people were kind of confused. They didn't know what to buy because everything looked the same. We didn't even know on which console what would play. We didn't even know what console to buy. There were like 15 consoles or even 20. So what the fuck were we supposed to do? And that's what happens, man. Nobody knew what to do. And basically that's why the industry crashed. Also, the game E.T. didn't help because it was a total piece of crap. And that pretty much killed the last shred of confidence and belief that the customers had in the video games, and they were like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna buy games anymore. And that is how the industry crashed, basically because there was really poor management. That's really all there is to it. Let's see what Fakafon's Plains game had. It's a nice experience. I like you. It's very good. That's right, man. It's a good game. No, it's a very good game. I like it. Fuck you all games. Sometimes while you're working, you'll be seeing some trends. Some trends are like, yeah, we want RPG games, we want more mature games, or we want a certain type, like more RPGs. And this is weird because now it's strange combination. So people want to see games that make no sense. Like, for example, I don't know, an action RPG of music. So people will be like, oh, action RPG of music? I want to buy this game. It's a strange combination. It's a stupid one, but whatever. Eventually, there was the Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, but they were not the only contenders that there was in the North America. There was also the 3DO. What else there was? The Neo Geo. There was also the Philips CDI that crashed and burned. There were a lot of consoles that came in, came out, and it's not only other companies that crashed and burned. You remember Nintendo also made some really bad crap, like with the Virtual Boy. What the fuck was that about? Or Sega also made a lot of shit like the 32X or the Sega CD, which just was a terrible idea. Sure, they had good technology, but they had nothing to do with it, so it ultimately failed. Nobody wanted to buy this. There was nothing to get. The 32X, there was no game on it. The Sega CD, nobody wanted to buy that either. There was no game on it. And the games there were, they were pieces of crap. Nobody wanted to play the game with FMV, the full motion videos. And even then, you had full motion video, but it looked like shit, and the actors were shit, and the games were shit. So basically, he had a lot of shit, and nobody wanted to play shit, so nobody bought it. Well, how can I refuse that? For King Cube, Hirschl, Big Pick Plus, Eggies, Kicks, Yes, I accept. Click. Will you stop scratching your head? Ah, yes, a game about ninjas. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, the only thing there is to do with a ninja action game is probably gonna be Fakafon Gaiden. Hi! The Vina Oasis comes with 16-bit graphics and sound, which promises a new kind of gaming experience. The Sega Genesis, it's finally here. Oh, it will be the genesis of a new generation. Come on! Worth it!